What's good, y'all? Your boy Justin Henry here, going over Stardom and Situm here for Week 10. Obviously, Week 10, we got a couple late announcements here, people who are out and in. So I'll go over inactives and actives here really quick. But really just want to get to y'all questions. You already know what it is, man. I ain't going to spend too much time on it. Justin Henry Show, baby. And I'm going to tell you this. You don't got to agree with everything I say. Just remember that I said it. All right? Just remember that. Justin Henry Show where champs begin. Never fall off, only lock in. From draft day to Sunday night, advice on point, cashing everything inside. Welcome to the show. Winners get they shine on. Breaking down plays, fantasy, my mind on. Remember to take, spin it back. Know to start a show with W's in the chat. Never settling for less, always raise the bar. Don't take offense, call your favorite try hard. NEL taking turn to life lessons. All about a buck in here like Mike Evans. Bijan with the big games, ain't no fumble. Underrated like Kamara, still humble. Daily show beast mode every single week. About to change the game, AR-15. Justin Henry Show where champs begin. Never fall off, only lock in. From draft day to Sunday night. Advice on point, cashing everything inside. Welcome to the show, where winners keep they shine on. Breaking down plays, fantasy, my mind on. Remember to take, spin it back. Know to start a show with W's in the chat. What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to the show. Justin Henry Show, baby. We here. Stardom, Situm live. We have a game going on in Munich right now, Munich, Germany, between the Giants and between the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young looking all right out there, huh? Danny Dimes, on the other hand, we might be talking about a Drew Lock-led Giants team here after the bye for these Giants. But yeah, let's get into these questions, man. Obviously, we did have. Let me talk inactives and actives real quick. Active for today, we do have Christian McCaffrey confirmed active, Deebo Samuel confirmed active, Drake London is active today, Gabe Davis, Brian Thomas are both active today, which means we do not get Trevor Lawrence, unfortunately, today. And then Amari Cooper, if you were counting on Amari Cooper, he will be out for today as well. All right, so just a few inactives there that just want to make sure you don't have either of those guys in your lineup. If you're looking for potential play at the receiver position, Khalil Shakir is a name that should be started if you have him. Gabe Davis might be out there. There's not a whole lot receiver-wise out there in 12-team leagues that can just be helpful. So throw some names out there. I'm sure I can get you a few. All right, I can get you a few. Thoughts on Nico Collins? Will he play? Nico is expected to be out there. The thing is, he got activated from the roster, but he only got in one limited practice. So I can't tell if they were like babying him up until now, if he's good to go. I think if I had another, I would just play Nico and then try to find maybe another option in that Miami. If Demarcus Robinson is out there, I think Demarcus Robinson would be a good pickup if you have Nico. And yes, it's you got to have another option though, just in case Nico doesn't play. Okay, that'd be the one thing I'd say. If you don't have another option, have one ready to go. I would just play Nico and trust the process. Start Brian Thomas Jr. or Pearsall. I'm still going Brian Thomas Jr. Pearsall is going to be the wide receiver 3 today. TikTok, what's good? The truck driver, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good? If you're looking for rankings, they are in the Dub Club if you want to get them. Other than that, let's get to these questions, man. Murray or Goff today? See, listen, I got Murray. I like Murray a little bit more for the floor, but Goff does provide a little bit more upside in the matchup against the Texans today. I still got Kyler Murray ahead of him. Pick 2, A.J. Brown, Waddle, Downs. I'm going A.J. Brown and Waddle, especially to be honest, it really sounds like Tyreek Hill is way more questionable than he should be. Did not practice yesterday. I would be very concerned if I had Tyreek Hill right now. And I would be very concerned. I haven't seen anything that just flat out said he's going to play tomorrow. I would be very concerned if I had Tyreek Hill. So, I know that's not a player you want to bench because if he plays, he plays. But Mike McDaniel came out and said if his body will let him play, he was out yesterday. I have a lot of concerns about Tyreek Hill's availability tomorrow. I'm playing Jalen Waddle in this circumstance, but I mean, Josh Downs is a good start too. I'm just playing Waddle. But yeah, I have a lot of concern about Tyreek Hill and his availability. Start Taylor or Kupp. I know Buffalo's giving up hella points to running backs this year. I think Taylor's a floor play. In PPR leagues, I'm going Cooper Kupp. And I don't mind either one. In the flex, Hawkinson or ETN. Shit. Give me Hawkinson. I don't love it. I don't love it either way. I answered both of these. All right, cool. Get them out. All right, where are we at? Daniel, what's popping, bro? What's good? How we rocking, man? I'm rocking today, man. Living good. Wish I could finish watching the rest of this game with y'all, but I'm gonna be here. Shit, why is this thing so off right now? Should be back to a normal schedule this week, too, guys. I know there's been a lot of inconsistency on my end, and I apologize for that. Should be back to a more consistent schedule this week. Hopefully, the churning on the videos has been good, but I feel like I should be good to get back to normal this week. I got Kyler. Should I pick up any of these quarterbacks? Wilson, Flacco, Carr, Nix, May. No, you're good with Kyler, bro. Good with Kyler. Start down to Devontae Smith. You're going Devontae Smith. Go Devontae Smith. Need 2 out of Pickens, Hopkins, Ridley, and Brian Thomas Jr. I would err on the side of caution with Brian Thomas Jr. For sure, Pickens goes in your lineup. And I think really the only decision here is DeAndre Hopkins or Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley has a little bit more upside, but it's Will Levis at quarterback, so you got to know that. And then DeAndre Hopkins has found his role here with this Chiefs team, but it's a tough matchup against Denver. And he's probably going to see a lot of Patrick Surtain. So I think Pickens for sure is the one that belongs in the lineups. I think Brian Thomas Jr. can go with Mac Jones in there, even if I would rather see Mac Jones like impress me than like put Brian Thomas in the lineup. Everything in me wants to say just start DeAndre Hopkins and play the floor, but I kind of feel like Ridley would be the better bet here just for the upside. And I think I would take the upside of Ridley and the targets and potential that Will Levis plays well. I don't know. The only thing with floor for D-Hop is going to be much higher. So address your situation. I think Ridley is a good enough player to go above Hopkins. It's just we saw what D-Hop did last week, and I'd hate to bench that. I'd hate to bench that. Even in the matchup against Denver, I'd hate to bench that. That's where I'm at. So that's purely a coin flip. I think upside Ridley. I think floor Hopkins. That's how I play it. Pickens for sure goes in your lineup. Must win. Do I risk waiting for Tyreek or play Ladd? See, this is going to be a dilemma. This is what happens on the Monday night games. On the Monday night games, it's tough, right? Like Tyreek Hill does have a really, really questionable status right now. So I don't know. I probably would still just go Tyreek. I'm hella stubborn at times, though, man. I'm like, oh, I'll find somebody. I'll pick somebody up. But that's not an easy decision. In a must win, you might want to play the floor with Ladd and like try to string that thing out as long as possible. Let's see. Appreciate you subbing. Osama, appreciate you subbing. Been sliding, huh? Drop your question in here. London, Jennings, Waddle, or Irving, pick 2. I go London and Waddle here. I don't really think that's close. Jennings would be the other play there. Let's see. That said Kyren and Amari for JT. Kyren and Amari for JT and Cup. Kyren and Amari for JT and Cup. Kyren, Amari, JT, Cup. I'd rather have that JT Cup side for sure. Taysom Hill or Sutton. I'm going Sutton today. Kyler or Goff. I'm going Kyler today. All right, with Cooper out, should I play Douglas? Yeah, Amari Cooper being out it wasn't necessarily a surprise. It was just like, damn, we already had Keon Coleman out, and I think the expectation was like Amari could get back. He's out for this week. Jalen McMillan is playing, so a good option here, or DeMario Douglas. I'd probably go with Douglas or McMillan. Let me go DeMario Douglas just for the floor. I think McMillan would be the upside play. Ray McLeod could go. It would either be Douglas or McMillan. If you're feeling like you need a little upside, play McMillan. If you just want a solid 8 to 10 points, go with Douglas. Nasir, what's good? He said, what up, J-Hand? Start Romo, Dunze, or Marvin Harrison, which is a crazy-ass question, right? That's a crazy, we're asking that question here. That's how bad Marvin Harrison's been lately. Listen, I'm still going with Harrison. I'm not going with Odunze over Marvin Harrison just yet. And I know the matchup is tough here on paper for Marvin Harrison, but I still play him over a guy like Romo Dunze when we've seen Caleb Williams be up and down. Give me Harrison. That's a good one, though. It's crazy how that actually became a legit question. Being offered ETN, St. Brown, and Goff for Jefferson. Thoughts? Nah. Unless you just need a quarterback, ETN is really like, what I'm saying? He's a throw-in this deal. Unless you just need a quarterback, if it's a single QB league, you probably already have a quarterback. I think St. Brown and Goff is a fair enough deal for Jefferson, but I'd rather just have Justin Jefferson. I'd rather just have Jefferson. But I understand if you need a quarterback, that's a decent deal. If you needed a quarterback, if this is a super flex league or maybe, there's 12 teams and like everybody and the best available quarterbacks are like Daniel Jones, Bryce Young, etc. That's the only way I would do this. Otherwise, I would just keep Jettis. Jetta's about to go on a generational run here to end the whatchamacallit. To end the season. Let's see. What's good, man? Where we were right here. Mixon, Breece, Aaron Jones, CMC. Bench one, Mixon, Breece, Aaron Jones, CMC. Mixon, Breece, Aaron. I'll probably bench Aaron Jones here. Play CMC, Breece, and Mixon. That's how I got it. Need one for the flex. Pickens or Hopkins. Give me Pickens. I like Pickens today. Is Nico playing tonight? I think there's some uncertainty about Nico's availability. I'm not gonna hold you. Some uncertainty about his availability, but I think he's expected to be out there. So your questions are as good as like he didn't practice. Normally, practice is the indicator that somebody will be on the field. He ain't end up practicing. He got a limited practice in on Friday. So, but they did activate him. So that's the other tell sign here is like you wouldn't activate somebody you don't plan on playing. That's the only thing. Is it time to drop Jordan Mason or what? So I would say this. I don't think I would drop Jordan Mason quite yet. Let's see if he can get to that 10 to 12 touch marker. If he doesn't, like the expectation for CMC today is 20 touches. 20 touches for CMC. So Jordan Mason's probably going to see somewhere between 8 to 12. Let's see what that looks like. If this is a full platoon or if they decide, CMC's back to like CMC status. I would say that's the one thing there. Like we got to see what that looks like. I don't know. I would drop him. I would hold him. We got to make sure CMC's right too. 3 players on bye: Sterling, McMillan, Jalen Warren, Odunze, Quentin Johnson, Ray. For me, the 3 would be McMillan, Odunze, Quentin Johnson in PPR leagues. Kyler or Goff? I'm going Kyler. What should we do with Brooks after a Chuba Hubbard extension? Listen, if I had a team that was, I said this on a show the other day. If I had a team that was under 500 or under, like, what do you really? You're holding out hope for Jonathan Brooks. After the bye, you're not going to play him. Week 12, you're probably not going to start him just because we don't know what the workload looks like. So at best, you're starting him week 13 or maybe 14. Like, and if he only gets 5 carries in that first, 6 to 8 carries in that first game back in week 12, you're not starting him in week 13. So I think your only hope for him right now is that he is Braylon Allen or he's Blake Corum or he's Trey Benson. Like you kind of need Chuba Hubbard to get hurt this year. Unless he's just like way better than Hubbard, which Hubbard is showing he's got he could play. So if I can't trade Jonathan Brooks, I don't know that he's necessarily a hold, to be honest with you. He's very similar to me to Blake Corum, Trey Benson, Braylon Allen. Very similar. RIP, chalk up a loss going up against Chase this week. Sorry for all those who went up against Jamar Chase this week. It is a crazy day. JN, I need upside. ETN, Bigsby, Ridley. Go Ridley. I got Ridley out of these 3 options for all this. What's good, though? JN, what's good? Finnegan was popping. Chuba's killing it. Seems like every game he's pushing Brooks further away. That was the one thing about Brooks. It was like we didn't know when he was going to come back, and everybody just assumed he was going to be like this league winner type play. So, unfortunately, that didn't happen for those who got Brooks, but I think for those who got Chuba, you got an asset longer than you thought. I need a running back next week with Chuba, Bucky on bye, trade JSN for in a 1v1. I have an offer of Rachaad White. Nah, you got to go aim a little higher than Rachaad White for JSN. Look for like an Aaron Jones type, somewhere in that range, like Aaron Jones, or maybe somebody who's overperformed here, like a Chase Brown, something like that. I would look for a starting caliber back that doesn't have like the price tag of some of the other guys. He said Ridley or I didn't give you the answer you wanted, huh? Ridley or Ladd? No. This is 2 different players. I would go Ridley here over Ladd, and I think Ladd is decent, but I think that Tennessee defense is a little underrated. And Ladd, he's had a couple good games, like he's had 2 good games, and then most of the rest have just been kind of floor games. And I think that's what you get with Ladd. With Ridley, it's a little bit more uncertainty, but I think the upside's worth it with Ridley, especially if Levis looks better after the shoulder injury and coming back. If he looks a little bit better, I would trust Ridley. So no Hopkins. They've already been force feeding 8 to 10 targets a game to Ridley. Just give me Ridley. Give me Ridley. Give me Ridley. Where did I leave off? Did I miss? Oh, no, right here. JM, what's up? Warren or Pollard in half PPR? Warren or Pollard in half PPR? I'm going Tony Pollard here. Even with the tough matchup, you go Tony Pollard. Brian Thomas or D-Hop? Give me D-Hop over Brian Thomas. The quarterback situation, just give me D-Hop. Let's get it. Daniel, what's popping, bro? What's popping? Cooper out. Should I pick Gabe, Addison, Milan? I don't even know what Milan is. Or Ricky Pearsall. Gabe, Addison. I go Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison here could have a decent day today, too, against the Jacksonville secondary. Oh, McMillan. I was like, who is Milan? Give me Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison. Going against Chase this week, but with this Chuba game, my comeback is strong. Yes, let's go. Hey, at the end of the day, you got a whole team, right? So the other person has Chase, but we got to see what the rest of the team does. So, I knock with you, Brody, for a minute. Feel like Dub Club been kind of dead. You know what? Outside of the fantasy stuff on the betting, it was a little light this week, and I do apologize for that. Like it was a tough couple weeks for me, man. I'm trying to get back to normal, and if it makes it better, what I'll do is I'll throw like a free month or something in there, man. I'll throw like a free month in there. I'll just do like a free month or a free couple weeks. Let me see what that looks like. This week I know the betting stuff, it's been hard for me, bro. Like I'm not trying to sit here and make excuses. It has been kind of dead. I threw a few bets out there, but nothing what I wanted to do, nothing what I expected with the betting and how we have been over the course of the year. So it's been dead the last couple of weeks. I've put up the last 2 weeks. But like I said, I had some shit going on. That's why I haven't been live. I'm trying to get back to normal. So bear with me a little bit. I'll get y'all right. I promise. I promise I'll get y'all right. Promise I'll get y'all right. That's one thing. Even like I've had a few calls. Even I missed a couple calls. Like I said, life happens. I had a few calls that came in yesterday, and I spent I think it's a 5-minute call is what you pay for, and I'm pretty sure I spent like 20 minutes on every call. So my goal in this has never been like to like take advantage of nobody. So if you feel that way, I apologize. That's not my goal at all. My goal is to get y'all the best fantasy information. I haven't been my best this last week or two, so I'll be better. I promise. All right, I'll be promise. No worries. We still getting it done. The video outputs have been helpful. Yeah, I've been trying, bro. Like I said, it has not been. I have not been at my best. So I've been better before. I'll be better again. Auden or Kittle? Is that Auden or Kittle? You're going Kittle. You're going Kittle. Ridley or Keenan? You got to go Ridley in this one. Tyson, you got to go Ridley, my man. I know Keenan got the floor, but you got to go Ridley. Gibbs and Monty can coexist. Maybe Brooks and Chuba can. I don't know. I think that the problem is with Jonathan Brooks is he has to prove it. That's the problem with Brooks is that we got to see him prove it on the field. And it's not just the running side of it. I think we all think like, oh, he's a good running back, but he's got to prove he can catch the football if they need him to. He's got to prove he can block and he understands assignments. He's got to prove that he knows his offense. Like there's just certain things as a rookie, even though we want rookies to come in and be immediately good, it's like sometimes they have to go through the process as well. So I think earlier in the year, we were all clamoring like, why is Blake Corum not playing? Obviously, there's a reason why Kyron was trusted for that team. Braylon Allen had a few good games. We're like, man, he's going to eat into Breece Hall's workload. New coaching staff comes in. They're like, nah, this is Breece Hall's team. So I think it's easy for us to see like players who have played well in the past and rookies and think like, oh, our rookies are going to do well. We play Dynasty. There's a lot of like anticipation they'll do well. That's not always a certainty. And I think coming off the bye here, you at least have till week 13 before Jonathan Brooks is in your lineup. I think it's just that's a tough player to hold on to if you're a losing team right now. A tough player. D-Hop with Surtain, Shadow, or Dell. I still, you know what? It's right there. Tank Dell is right there for me. And I probably will go Tank Dell in this matchup. I don't love it, but I'll probably go Tank Dell. I actually don't love that. My question not popping up. Samuel, I did not see it. What'd you ask? I'm going back through. I did not see your question. Ask me again. I didn't see it come up. Samuel, I didn't see your question come up. Ask it again. I don't see a question from your end. Ladd or Sutton? Give me Ladd McConkey. Crazy for me. I normally don't ever say Ladd. The only thing I'll say about Sutton is he does have a good matchup. He's been playing well too. Good matchup here against KC. You might see a lot of McDuffie though. He's been shadowing a lot lately, so that's the only thing I can say about Sutton. But I'll probably go Ladd here for the floor. Start 2, Nico, James Conner, or Shakir. Nico, James Conner, Shakir. Give me Nico and James Conner. Nico and James Conner in PBR. Yo, would you send Love, Kamara, and Hopkins to get Allen? Is that Josh Allen, I'm assuming? Not Keenan Allen, Josh Allen, and Kenneth Walker. It has to be Josh Allen. No, I wouldn't do that. I would just keep Jordan Love and Kamara. And Hopkins. Sauce has been bad this year, so he's going to go back to Ahmad. Harrison will be fine. You know, I'll say this. Like, I think Harrison just has – it's not even more Sauce. It's Harrison. And he's just been so up and down. He's a tough player to trust. London active. Is he still a top 5-7 option? Yeah, I still think so. I tiered him down more so to the back end. He's closer to more 7 to 10 option just because he might be limited. Like that hip, we don't know how much it'll limit him. So I did rank some of the healthier options over Drake London and Nico Collins and Tyreek Hill. So if they're healthier and they're better or in the same range, I probably ranked them over there. Like just to give you guys a sample of what it looks like, I have Jettis as my 1. I had Jamar Chase as my 2. Obviously, he was the 1. But I had Jamar Chase as my 2. AJ Brown as my 3. St. Brown as my 4. Cooper Kupp as my 5. Garrett Wilson as my 6. Debo as my 7. And then Tyreek, London, and Nico as my 8, 9, and 10. So that's where I had him. Puka's right there too. Start 1, Aaron Jones, Dobbins, Swift. Aaron Jones, Dobbins, Swift. Aaron Jones, Dobbins, Swift. I'm probably – those are all like similar to me. I'm probably benching Dobbins. And it's between Swift and Aaron Jones. And I think those two to me are like pretty much neck and neck. The one thing I'll say, like, for the Chicago side of things, going up against New England, like game script could be there. Against Jacksonville, it will too, but Swift does catch some more passes. So I'd probably go Swift here for the floor. I think Sam Darnold. I think so. Like I didn't put out any bets, but one I was looking at, it's just there's a lot for me to look at sometimes. One of the bets I was looking at, Bijan Robinson over 1.5 touchdowns, and then Justin Jefferson over 1.5 touchdowns. I wanted to like make a video on it. I just, like I said, my time has not been there. But yeah, those two, Bijan and Justin Jefferson over 1.5 touchdowns. You combine those two, put like 25 on it. I think it paid out like $400 or something like that. I was looking at that earlier today. I was like, I kind of like that one. Justin Jefferson going up against Jacksonville. Every single year he's been in the league, he's had a 2-touchdown game. We haven't seen that yet out of Jefferson this season. And then Bijan Robinson kind of due for like a big breakout performance against, Drake London's hurt this week. It kind of seemed like the writing was on the wall here for a big game against this New Orleans defense that doesn't really have a lot of like options in the passing game as well. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Bijan Robinson over 1.5 touchdowns, and then Justin Jefferson over 1.5 touchdowns. Like pairing those two together, I kind of like that one. Jennings or Waddle? Give me Waddle, like I said, especially with Tyreek Hill being so questionable for the week. Kyler or Aaron Rodgers today? I'm going Kyler. Even though I like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, if you look at Aaron Rodgers, even though he's played well, I would say, in certain games, he's only had 2 20-point games, or it's either 1 or 2 20-point games all season long. And Kyler does that, you know what I'm saying, just because of the rushing floor. So I will go Kyler over Aaron Rodgers. DJ Moore, Jawan Jennings. I'm still going DJ Moore. You know, a lot of people are making a big deal out of him running off on that route when he was hurt. He came out and said like he was hurt. He was running off the field. He already stepped out of bounds. I don't really see the same thing with DJ Moore and everybody else's. I think DJ Moore is a buy low candidate. I talked about that. Was offered Irving and White for Travis Etienne. You're taking on a bigger question mark weekly. You know not to start Travis Etienne right now. Now you got to debate: am I starting Irving or am I starting Rachaad White? I think it's ugly either way. Maybe you get a trade piece. I think that's ugly either way. The thing is, you lose a bench spot for a certainty. You know you're not starting Etienne. You know you're not starting him. Picked up Dallas Goedert. Is worth starting and over the flex or over other waiver ads right now. Dallas Goedert over Alec Pierce, Noah Brown, Demario Douglas. So I would say Alec Pierce has upside. Demario Douglas has good floor. But I would trust Dallas Goedert. The only thing you have to question with Goedert is the workload. Like, is he back to a full workload this week? Like, how injured was he, and do they just run him out there at full speed? So I think the only player, like I would go Douglas for the little bit more floor. I would stay away from Noah Brown. I think Alec Pierce's upside with Michael Pittman out this week. I'd probably play Alec Pierce over Dallas Goedert, but it wouldn't shock me to see them like get Dallas Goedert going. I'm just really concerned about the workload in game one. And I think Alec Pierce is probably going to play 80 to 90% of the snaps. There's no need for you to apologize. Shit happens. Life is more important than this, but it's not like you abandoned us. Still putting out content. Yeah, but we do. I have a betting dub club, and I do charge for it. So it's like I don't want to make excuses for that. You know what I'm saying? And shit does happen, and life does happen. But like I said, I'll be better. And I can take that on the chin. You know what I mean? He called it out, and Jason's a good dude. Like I've talked with Jason on the sideline, and he said he rocks with me, so it's no love lost there. It's just I could be better. And like I said, I'll do something for the people in that group. So if you're part of the betting channel, I will make it right. That's my goal, is not to make excuses. My goal is to make it right, help you guys win your bets, help you guys win your leagues. That's my job. And so you guys rock with me during the down times. I got to rock with y'all when I'm down too. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be there. We'll be good. We'll be good. The content will be back. Everything. I'm trying to get back to normal. So I've been feeling a little bit better the last day or so. Appreciate what you do for us. It's all love and rocking. Year 3, yes, sir. We've been doing this for a minute now, and next year we're gonna have some changes too, like Dub Club. I don't know how long we're gonna do this Dub Club thing, but there might be some level ups in the process. Might be some level ups here in the process. So I appreciate you guys tapping in and trusting me. Like I said, I haven't been on as much this year, but I've been trying to put out more volume. So first year playing fantasy basketball, feel like your team is trash. Listen, I got fantasy basketball stuff coming up too. I said the timing of this is a little, we'll get it right. We'll get it right. I know it's a crucial time for a lot of teams and for a lot of people. So we will get things right. If y'all know one thing about me, I will try to make it right. Like that's not my DNA to not like get things right for y'all. So what up, Jayhan? Hope everything's going well. Should I start Ramondre or take the risk on Waddle with Tyreek possibly being out? I go Waddle over Ramondre here because I think Ramondre has been playing well, but it's one of those circumstances where like the upside for Waddle could be tremendous in this matchup against the Rams on Monday night. So I would go with Waddle. I think he has a higher ceiling in PPR. I think he has a very similar floor to what Ramondre has. I would go with Waddle. Jennings or Marv? We're going Marv, Aiden. Going Marv. Harrison and Addison for ETN and Brian Thomas Jr. Thoughts? I think you go floor for a little bit of upside there. I would kind of stay away from that Jacksonville situation, Brian Thomas Jr. and ETN, especially there's rumors that Trevor Lawrence might be out for the season. So be very careful, like going for those Jacksonville players. Brian Thomas is going to lose a lot of his appeal if it's Mac Jones starting for the rest of the year. If Nico plays, then should I start Monty or London in the flex in a standard league? Only thing is Nico plays tonight. So you actually have 2 really good options in Monty and London. I might just start Monty and London just because. If you're going to play Nico, play Drake London. That's how I got it. I like Drake London. Even with the injury, I still think Drake London is solid. Matt Stafford, a top 15 option this week. Threw him in there with Love on a bye. Yes, he's a top 15 option this week. Good matchup for him against Miami. It's a tough matchup on paper, but I think it's going to be a higher scoring matchup. And like Matthew Stafford, for everything that he is, he can find the open receiver. And they have three really good receivers. Like they have 3 really good receivers in Kupp, Puka, and Demarcus Robinson. So Douglas or Addison, give me Addison for the upside this week. Dub Club has been a great investment this season. No regrets. Yeah, so for the fantasy stuff, for sure. Like I've been able to keep up on the note sheet and the wide receiver, the rankings and everything. So hopefully y'all found some value in that with the start sits. And like I said, it'll be I'm gonna try to put some other shit out this week. So like I said, hopefully this week we smash it. Always leveling up. That's the goal, bro. Never standing still, man. We always leveling up over here. Sutton or Javonte or Ridley also lost membership. What you mean also lost membership? What's that mean? I don't know what that means. Lost membership. You're trying to hear. If you're trying to become a member, I don't know how that, outside of like signing up for it, I don't really see on my end. Like I don't really even see a whole lot on the back end. All I can see is like who's a member. That's it. So I go through and I can see like if you're a GOAT, if you're a tryhard. I don't really get a whole lot of like the other, like how to buy. I don't see all that on my side. I just see like here, build a membership thing out. That's what YouTube like here. Suggest a membership. Like It builds like that's all I see on my end. So, but Sutton, Javonte, or Ridley also lost. Yeah, I would go Ridley here. Ridley, and Ridley's a risky play. Like Javonte's a little more of a floor play, but Casey has been like elite against running backs this year. So be careful with Javonte and your expectations for him. But like I think Ridley, I don't like suggesting Ridley with Will Levis at quarterback. I just think that the upside is there. The upside is there for him this week. Half point PPR, are we going Waddle or Pollard for the flex? Waddle or Pollard for the flex? I'm going Waddle. Waddle for the upside. Like I said, even in a half point PPR league, Pollard dealing with an injury right now. Tajay Spears is also back. The team has said, hey, listen, we want to get this thing a little bit more balanced. And when when Spears has played, he's gotten carries. So I think this matchup is also tough for Tennessee. Give me Waddle for the upside. Give me Waddle. JC said Kyler or Stafford. I need a bit more upside this week. If you need upside, I would still maybe you go Stafford because the game is like supposed to be a higher scoring game. You kind of lean into that a little bit more. Kyler does have the rushing upside, but it is a tough Jets defense. So if you need upside, I think I would go Stafford. I think the safer play here is Kyler, but it's not by much over Stafford. I would go Stafford if I need a little upside. Stafford could throw like 250 and 3 touchdowns. He could. Yo, no, Justin Christopher, what's good? What's good, Chris? He said it's been a minute. I just gave Keenan Mitchell, Sutton, and Jauan Jennings and Kincaid for Jettas. That's a dub. Gonna hurt this week since only Jettas in. That's all right, though. I think you gave up a bunch of like bench pieces for, you know what I'm saying, for the elite piece. I don't mind it. The only thing is, like, you got Higgins. Higgins probably won't be back till after. I think Higgins won't be back till after the bye, unfortunately. Personally, that's what I think. But Jonathan Brooks not going to be there till 13. So hopefully this wasn't like a losing team and you did this deal. Hopefully this was a team that like you feel pretty confident in. Is Surtain going to be on Hopkins today? Probably, but I still think Hopkins can beat that matchup a few times. Start one, flex one receiver, Shakir, Jauan Jennings, Odunze, Eckler. I think Eckler can go in at flex, and I would start Shakir. Shakir and Eckler gives you pretty good floor. Shakir will be the one today. Will have a ton of volume headed his way. Jauan Jennings also will be a good play here, but I think he's more of like the third option in the receiving game right now behind Debo and Kittle. So I will go with Shakir and Eckler here with Brian Robinson out for this game. With Brian Robinson out for the game. 58 of y'all in here, man. Hopefully, let's see if I can just give away a random sub to somebody. I'm going to give away a random sub to somebody. I don't know who that went to, but somebody's got a random sub. Appreciate y'all tapping in right now, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Waddle or Pollard for the flex? I said Waddle. Najee or Nico? I would still go Nico here. London Adams, Kupp, or A.J. Brown, who you're sitting? I think I would sit. You can sit London because he's the injured one. A.J. Brown, Kupp. I think I would probably rather start London over Adams, but because of your elite like you have elite pieces here, just start Devontae. And then you don't have to worry about like if London gets re-injured or whatever. How you been doing in your leagues? I know you've been winning the YouTube ones. For the most part, most of my teams are over 500. I think I have one team in a paid league that's 3-6, which in the team is like nasty. I'll tell y'all the team. Hold on. I feel good about the team. I've made a couple dumb decisions though. Like last week I was busy on Sunday. I never took out I didn't know DK was out, so I never adjusted my lineup for DK and for JSN and Keenan Allen. I never adjusted that. So I lost last week, and then I lost it the week before that. Like I started Jordan Mason instead of like somebody else I should have started. And he got hurt in that game in the primetime game. But in that league, my team is I got Aaron Rodgers, Bijan, Javonte, Jamar Chase, Debo, Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Trey McBride, Drake May. Like the team is going to be the team is solid. JSN on the bench, David Njoku on the bench, and it's a tight end premium league with those two tight ends. So I'll be fine. I hate Ridley with Levis but that matchup got Hopkins is a hit. I hate Ridley with Levis, but in that matchup you got Hopkins is a hit or miss. I thought Mason was playing well for Tennessee. What? Oh, Mason Rudolph. So with Levis in, you thought, yeah. I think the one thing with Levis is that Hopkins isn't there anymore. That's the one thing. Hopkins isn't there, so he's going to get force-fed targets. It's just how good is Will Levis going to be is the big question. Goff or Mahomes? Yeah, give me Mahomes still. Actually, Goff, man. Give me Mahomes still over Goff. Give me Mahomes over Goff. I probably got those two like neck and neck. I do. Give me Mahomes slightly. Give me Mahomes slightly. Mahomes, baby. The league complaining about the trade. I just told you. So we just did a deal. The guy offered it to me, and I just took your advice and accepted. Oh, shit. What did you give up? It was Keenan, Sutton, Jawan, Jennings, and Kincaid. He offered you Jettas, Higgins, and Brooks for that. So the guy must be losing. He's like, shit, I just need some pieces to win this week. He could have got more, but he could have definitely got more. He could have definitely got more. Now the league is going crazy about it. That's hilarious, bro. That team nasty. How's that under 500? To be honest, it was me. It was user error. I messed up a couple weeks, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have leagues where you do too much or you don't do enough. And I think this league is, like I said, over the last couple weeks have been like, I have not been myself lately. Got you, Nick. Got you, bro. Any other questions coming in? I'm about to get off here, man, in just a second. So any other questions coming in? That was in the YouTube league? I seen the notifications start going crazy. Who did that deal? Chase Away. What are you doing, Chase Away? Where are you at? Chase Away's 3-6. You were 4-5. Yeah, I don't understand that deal, bruh. I don't understand that deal. Let's have a good game, J-Head. Sunny G. Let's do it. Listen. I don't have no other questions coming in, so I will see you guys later. I don't know when I'll be live again. I'm going to try to get on live a few extra times this week, maybe tomorrow. Like I said, we're progressing on this side. So the energy's back. Let's see if we can get some dubs in the chat tomorrow. At least, you know what I'm saying? Feel like it's dubs in the chat. Until then, Romo Dunze, Jalen McMillan. I'm going on Dunze over Jalen McMillan, even though I think Jalen McMillan could be a surprise. Dowdle up or down after Dak injury. If you don't move the ball on offense, I'm never gonna say up. Never gonna say up. I think it's probably neutral. Probably neutral. I will never say up if you don't move the ball downfield. That's the reason why most of the running backs in like the RB2, RB3 range are on bad offenses. You want to be on good offenses, and Dowdle's not a good back. He's decent. Daniel, peace out, my man. Hopefully you get your dub. I will see y'all next time. Peace out. Ridley over Hopkins. Let's get it. Hope you win. Hope you win, my man.